welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your singles reading. So you've already got a how does he or she feel about me. Sorry, I was looking on the screen at somebody who's sending me something from customers@mavavi.com. I think you cheeky bastards. Your Mavavi equipment's a piece of shit, it doesn't even work. Sorry. I'm just looking at this, I've just got feedback. I'll probably do their survey and tell them what a hunk of junk they sold me for over 200 quid for all of their equipment that doesn't work on my screen, is useless. Anyway, that's by the by. We did a reading, how does he or she feel about you? So if there's somebody on your mind, check that reading out, Aries. This one is the singles reading, and this is true love coming in for singles over the next 6 months? So up until, say, the end of July, and then we'll revise it again from July going through to December perhaps. But I thought it would be good to do it because the singles don't get much attention on YouTube, to be perfectly honest with you. And to be honest with you, usually when people are single, a lot of them also have baggage. And I've been finding in a lot of these readings that I've been doing for singles, people actually do have baggage. They're still carrying around baggage as somebody from the past, a ghost from the past that they haven't completely exercised, and that's interesting from what I've been seeing in these readings. So go figure. But this is, you know, whatever comes up, Aries, comes up, and it, you know, I can't be held to account for it. So no, oh, that list is for singles. The thing is, I've done reading a lot. I do a lot of readings on a weekly and a monthly basis for clients, and there are certain clients that will come in and they'll say, "Is love coming in for me?" And what will happen is in that room, it will show, in that reading, it will show that that client is still holding on to an individual that they've not let go of. And you have to tell them that. You have to say, I have to. So, you know, you do a reading and you'll say, look, this is what's shown up. You've asked me that if is love coming in, and it says it's clearly showing that you're resentful. It's clearly showing that you're still pissed off about someone. And the client will come back and they'll go, yeah, Carol, you're right. I am actually. I'm really hurt. I'm really annoyed. I'm really angry that this person did this thing. So the universe doesn't lie, the tarot doesn't lie. If you ask, is love coming in for me, and you're single, and you're still holding on to baggage, you still got baggage around, you still got beef with someone, it's going to show in the cards, because you can't fool the cards, you can't fool the cards. The cards are just saying to you, you need to get rid of that shit energy, and then you can have love. Because in one of the reasons I did for a person, it showed that they were being blocked. It says love can't come in. The universe said, Wheel of Fortune was reversed. Love cannot come in. Eight of Cups in the reverse showed up for this person. They were still holding on, they were still in limbo, and it was blocking them with that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The universe can't bring anything in if you're blocked. So the universe, the tarot is going to show if you're blocked or not. So what I'm saying is the reason I'm saying that is that whatever shows up in this reading shows up, okay? If it shows that you're completely clear and you're ready, and it has shown it in another one of these readings that people, Scorpio's reading was pretty good, and I think Taurus's reading was pretty good. I think it was Taurus. One of the other sides that showed they were completely, I think it might have been Virgo, completely ready to go, completely ready for love. Unfortunately, what happens there, happens there. But we'll see. Let's see what happens for singles, yeah? Okay. So, yeah, we're using the Barbara Moore Tarot Made Easy deck. I really like the pictures on this. I think it's based on the Smith Rider 8-stroke Llewellyn Tarot. And we're also using the Romance Angels, okay? So, Universe Spirit, show me. What do you see coming in? Will Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising find true love in the next 6 months? By the end of July 2018. Will Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs find true love? Will Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs find true love? Will Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs find true love within the next 6 months? Will Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs find true love in the next 6 months? Show me. And we're going to do this kind of like in the style of the Celtic cross, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Right, so the energies around you guys at the moment are the Four of Wands. That's nice. So I think that you guys, right now, your focus may be on marriage. It might be on, some of you guys might simply be feeling really happy in your lives, because the Four of Wands isn't all about relationships, and this can be family relationships, this can be working relationships. So the energies around you right now, if this is a focus card, if this is where you're focused, and you're focused on finding love, finding a really good relationship, one in which you have the ability to start building a strong structure with that Four of Wands, perhaps marriage, perhaps engagement, perhaps children. that might be the focus for some of you guys. And it might be that right now you're just happy where you are at the minute with this Four of Wands energy. Your challenge, or what's influencing you at the moment, well, it's being on your own. That's why you're happy. Nine of Coins, it shows somebody who's independent. So I think that a lot of you guys are actually happy to be on your own, Aries. And that's lovely. That's lovely, because that kind of says you ain't got no baggage. When you get the Nine of Coins, this person's like, you know, I've got the money, I've got, not so much the money, but, you know, I'm comfortable, I feel all right, I feel good, work's probably going okay, I go out with my boyfriends or my girlfriends like a weekend, we go for pizza, we go for curry, you know, we go on day trips, we have a good time, I go to health bars, I get pampered, because this is a card about going out and getting pampered. So you go to a health bar, or you go on holiday, or that type of thing with the Nine of Coins. You know, this is a card that says, you know what, I feel good. And some of you guys do feel good, because this is what's influencing this. This is why you're happy. You'll notice on this particular Four of Coins, it's all girls and there's no men. So some of you guys, it might be, you know, you're feeling happy right now. And also Nine of Coins can also be, when it comes to relationships, that you might have sex with whoever, but you're not actually in anything that's committed, you know, and it's okay, because this is the card that says it's not a properly fully fledged relationship, but it doesn't mean that you're not having sex if you're a Nine of Coins individual. So I think that just you guys, you just look really satisfied and happy where you are right now, which is lovely, Aries. The reason that everything is happening in the next 6 months is the Eight of Wands. So I think in the root issue, what's led to this, so this is what's led to this. When you get the root issue card, this is in your foundation, and it's saying in the foundation, this is why you are where you are, because of the foundation. So the Ace of Wands can be about new relationships, but also the Ace of Wands can be about an epiphany. And I get the impression that because your influence card is the Nine of Coins. So for me, this is saying that there is an epiphany. This isn't about a new relationship. The root issue is about an epiphany. It's about an awakening with the Ace of Wands that's shown up here. Okay, and as a result, and that's because your influence is the Nine of, I think there's an epiphany here, and I want to see what's going on in the recent past around that. I think there's an epiphany that you guys don't want to commit to someone here. Knight of Coins in the reverse says I don't want to commit long term to a relationship. I think there is an awakening, there's an epiphany with that Ace of Wands energy that you guys don't want to commit right now. And that's why the influence is concerning Aries is I'm kind of happy to be on my own with that Nine of Coins. And it's really good when you're in that position, because it means that if love does come in and it's with somebody that you're kind of like, whoa, I didn't expect them to come in, it kind of means it's all the sweeter because you weren't looking for it. And I don't think a lot of you guys are actually looking for love right now. It just looks like a really nice energy. As a result of that, the most likely outcome for love coming in is going to be the Strength energy. So could be that there's a Leo individual. Sorry about that, I'm converting another video to go up. It could be that there's a Leo individual. It could also be the most likely outcome is you are going to find someone compatible. Now, the Strength card can mean to resist. It definitely can mean that you're resisting your urges, you're resisting your temptation, the temptation to be with someone. But Strength also means compatibility, and it also means, what's the word I'm looking for? Camaraderie. It also means partnership as well, does the Strength card. I think you are going to find your soulmate. I see Strength, I see certain cards as being soulmate cards. Five of Coins can be a soulmate card. Strength can be a soulmate card, for example. Five of Coins is being in a relationship through thick and thin, you and somebody else against the world. Strength is two opposing people, two people who really shouldn't be together, but they find an inner strength within one another. They find a way to appreciate and to accept each other and to love each other and to respect each other. So I think that the most likely outcome, because of this, you are going to find a very compatible relationship with the Strength energy showing there, Aries. Coming in, what you guys are going to experience is the Nine of Wands. That's interesting. So the Nine of Wands, I mean, it doesn't really tally with the reading in a way, because the Nine of Wands says, well, I'm holding out. But the problem with the whole Nine of Wands is it's an angsty card. So this card will say, I'm tired and I'm knackered. And you don't come across as being tired at all, which is why this is so surprising for me. I think that this is more than anything saying it's not you. I think Aries, this is saying that you're very much on the precipice of something. Nine to me nearing completion, so I think that you're very near to something. We're going to get a clarifier here and see what it is that you're near to. You guys right now are the Ace of Coins in the reverse. I don't think you're ready to give to anyone, because you're the Knight of Coins in the reverse as well, and you are influenced by the Nine of Coins. You're not ready, you're not interested in starting a commitment with anyone. I don't think you are with this Ace of Coins in the reverse. I don't think you're ready to invest in anyone or anything right now with that Ace of Coins in the reverse. And I think the root issue is that you had an epiphany with this Ace of Wands that you don't really want a long-term commitment with the Knight of Coins in the reverse. Because the influence is, I'm happy being single. And that's why the Four of Wands is around you guys. Happiness, joy, fun, laughter. And as a result of that, the most likely outcome could be that you guys will resist relationships. But it could also be, well, you'll find a compatible relationship as a result of all of this, because you don't seem to be carrying many blockages. I think this card is saying that you're very close to something coming in. Influences coming in are a Five of Swords in reverse. You guys are feeling very, very, very confident about who you are. Five of Swords in the reverse recognises confidence and being able to assert oneself. You come to confidence with the Five of Swords in the reverse after you've gone through a tumultuous relationship, conflict, problems, feeling disempowered. It turns itself around. It says, now I'm feeling in a place of power. And I do feel that you guys do feel in a place of power with this Five of Swords in the reverse. Your hopes are the Five of Cups in the reverse. And this is really to properly heal, I feel, with the Five of Cups in the reverse, before you can have somebody come in that you feel will be worthy of you and you'll be worthy of them. The outcome for love coming in the next 6 months is a High Priestess. Okay, it could be a secretive person, but High Priestesses can also say, well, they take a little bit of time. So a High Priestess sometimes in an outcome can say, well, you know, there's a little bit of a wait that's happening here, but it's a-okay, because the High Priestess is always okay with waiting. Sometimes this is things that take time to develop. So High Priestess as a timing card will say, well, you know, love will come in, but it might take a bit of time before that happens. For some of you guys, I think with the High Priestess, it might take a bit of time, but I think you'll be okay. For some of you guys, it might be a Pisces individual. For some of you guys, it might be somebody quite mysterious. But I think that this is a really good reading. We're going to see why Aries is the Ace of Coins in the reverse. Why is Aries the Ace of Coins in the reverse concerning love? Why is Aries the Ace of Coins in the reverse concerning love? I think that because you are focused with this Eight of Coins on other things, I think you might be focused on your work. I think that you guys are not interested in putting any effort as well, because the Ace of Coins is reversed. So you're not willing to invest with that Ace of Coins in the reverse, in terms of working on perhaps a new relationship, putting effort in, because the Eight of Coins is all about putting effort into things. But I think that with the Ace of Coins in the reverse, it's kind of like the thumbs down card. It's kind of like saying, but I don't really want to have to put the effort into relationships right now. So I don't think that you're looking to invest in new relationships or in relationships that you have to put a lot of hard work and effort. And there you go, the Two of Cups shows up there. So you're not willing to invest, Ace of Coins. Well, what is it that you're not willing to invest in with the Ace of Coins reversed? Well, invest in having to put a load of hard work into making a relationship work, the Two of Coins, putting a lot of hard work and effort into relationships. I don't think you guys are looking to invest in that right now. And that's because the root issue for you is the Ace of Wands. And let's have a look at why the Ace of Wands is the root issue, why the Ace of Wands is the cause of all of this. Okay, so I feel that there was a relationship here, perhaps with this Ace of Wands, but I think that it came to an ending of a cycle with the world energy. Okay, this could also for me be, when I look at the Ace of Wands, an epiphany moment, a light bulb moment in which you have come to a place of enlightenment, because the world is all about enlightenment. I'm feeling, when I look at these two cards, it feels like because of the colour on the cards, there's no darkness here. It's not suggesting darkness to me. It's coming that you're coming to a place. It's suggesting that you've come to a place of realisation. I think that you guys have come to a place of realisation with those two cards. And I think it's that in the recent past you haven't wanted to commit to anyone long term. And I want to see why Aries doesn't want to commit to anyone long term right now with that Knight of Coins in the reverse. Because of the Eight of Coins in the reverse. Now that's interesting. I'm hoping that you're not willing to, I'm hoping that in the recent past you haven't wanted to commit to a relationship long term. I'm hoping it's not because you're still in limbo over an individual, because the Eight of Cups in the reverse suggests somebody who's in limbo. Okay, they don't know whether to stay or go in a situation here. I think you haven't properly healed, because you've got the Ten of Swords showing here as well. So I think in the recent past, I think that you guys here, I think that you've come to a great epiphany. I think there's a great sense of realisation as far as I'm concerned with both of these cards, because they're both quite bright cards. And they just look to me, as a tarot reader, you don't always have to go, I mean, it's important to know every single meaning, and it won't take you long to learn those meanings. It's a process. So it's important to know the meanings of the cards, Aries. But also, what does the card say to you when you're reading it? What is the colour on the card? What's the scheme? To me, this looks like somebody who's got a heightened sense of clarity with both cards. And I think in the foundation there is a heightened sense of clarity with both cards as far as you're concerned, Aries. And I think around that in the recent past, this is that you guys don't want to commit long-term to a relationship. I think that you're not properly over somebody that betrayed you, because the Eight of Cups in the reverse is to be in limbo. And this is somebody who's betrayed you. So I think that you've not properly healed over a person that betrayed you personally in this reading. I think what's influencing you right now is the Nine of Coins. And I think that you guys are happy to be independent. And I want to see why you're happy to be independent, Aries. Because of the Two of Wands. I think that you have a vision for the future. I think you guys are pursuing new goals, and I think that you're pursuing new paths. I think that you're happy to be single with that Nine of Coins, because I think that you're very ambitious for the future. Some of you guys might want to travel. Some of you guys might be working on projects. You might be working on your career with that Two of Wands showing there. And as a result of that, I think the energies around you guys is that you guys are feeling fairly happy with the Four of Wands. A sense of contentment and joy with that Four of Wands energy. To not invest, to not explore new relationships with the Page of Wands in the reverse. I see you guys as not being interested in exploring new relationships. Because the Page of Wands in the reverse says, I'm not interested in exploring this right now. This is the card of apathy and boredom. It's a card that says, actually, I really am not interested in getting involved with anyone right now. And I think that you're happy not to invest, not to explore new territories in terms of relationships. And therefore, the most likely outcome, I feel, for love coming in for you single Aries, will be the Strength card. And let's have a look at why it's the Strength card. The Tower in the reverse. Well, I think that you guys are actually, the most likely outcome is you're going to be holding back from relationships now with that Strength card energy. I think you're going to be resisting any urgings. I think it's because you want to avoid catastrophe with the Tower. I think you want to avoid making a mistake with the Tower, because you recognise, but it's coming from a place of complete selflessness. It's not selfishness, it's selflessness. I don't think you want to mess anybody around, because I think that you're just not ready. Some of you Aries people are. I really don't think that you're ready at all. I think that you want to avoid breakups, problems within relationships, starting problems, because the Tower in the reverse means to avoiding a catastrophe, you know, avoiding maybe a breakup of a relationship, or entering into a relationship in which you can't follow through on with the Ten of Coins in the reverse, because the Ten of Coins in the upright is all about building strong, stable, long-term, secure relationships. In the result, this is not a long-term, this has got holes in it. There's loads of errors, there's problems. Okay, so I feel that you will look to, for some of you Aries people, hold back on your desires. It's not that you don't want a relationship, you'd like one, but you're just not right now in the frame of mind to have one. And I think it's because you don't want to fuck up anybody else's life when you're still going through some form of healing process. Coming in, the Nine of Wands energy. So this might actually be you. I want to see what you're going to experience in the immediate future, the Nine of Wands. The Five of Coins. Let me just look at these two cards. Well, I feel that you guys are still feeling in the immediate future. If you look at this guy's face, he looks pretty angry, pretty annoyed. I think that you're experiencing with this Nine of Wands a sense of fear, a sense of anxiety, a sense of vexation, I would say, with that Nine of Wands, just looking at how he's looking at the Five of Coins energy. I think that there's a sense of resentment still happening here with some of you guys, and I think it's because you were left out in the cold by an individual. I think it's feeling a sense of abandonment by this individual, but I think that I think this is just a transitory thing. Because I think you're going to overcome with this, with the Five of Swords. I think you're going to pick yourself up and you're going to start feeling confident again, Aries. And the reason for that, with this Five of Swords, what's the reason for that Five of Swords? Because of the Devil. I think that you regain control on this situation with the Devil energy. Now, a lot of the people don't want to read that as a person who's personally gaining control, but I certainly do. Because you can get that Devil and the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who's being very controlled in terms of their finances, for example. Okay, I feel as well with the Devil energy, if I were to read it as a combination, I think that you're regaining control over the propensity to feel burdened by this situation, because the devil energy suggests the burden. So I feel that you regain power over the devil, the very thing that is threatening in this area here to pull you down. Because your hopes are the Five of Cups and in the reverse, and I think that your hopes are to heal with that Five of Cups in the reverse. And let's have a look at why your hopes are to heal with the Five of Cups in the reverse. There we go. You want completion and you want closure with the Justice energy. So I feel that you, because Justice is not just about gaining your rewards, it's also about getting closure on a matter. So I feel that you guys, your hope is to heal and find closure in this matter with the Justice energy. And the outcome shows for love coming in the next 6 months, the High Priestess. And I will now read this as you guys having to wait. You're going to be waiting. I think you're going to be focusing on yourself with the High Priestess in the upright. And what's the reason for the High Priestess? The Seven of Cups in the upright. So I feel more than likely you guys are going to be going through a slow moving process with that High Priestess. I think the overall outcome is you guys using your intuition in terms of when you're trying to make choices for love. So I don't think that I think that you're in a place, Aries, where you're going to be very careful about who it is that you pick up, who it is that you entertain going forward. Because I see you guys, I would say that perhaps if this resonates with you, Aries, you are 85% healed from this situation. There's just a little bit more to go here. That's all there is. And I think it's because you just want things to be perfect. I think you guys just want something to be perfect here. That's all I think it is. I think you just want perfection in relationship. That's what I think you want. And I think it's here and here that there is the recognition. Because here I see this Ace of Wands as being, there is an epiphany moment that brings a great deal of enlightenment with that world energy. That you don't want to pursue relationships because you are still stuck with that Eight of Cups in the reverse on this person that hurt you. I don't think you're stuck on the person that hurt you, but I feel that you are still stuck in this pain. I think that you are still stuck in this energy somewhere along the line. And I think you realise that in those two energies here. And you don't want to put your shit onto other people. Because what's influencing you is the Nine of Coins. So you're happy. What's influencing you is that you are independent and you're happy to be so because you have a direction with that Two of Wands. Alright, being single for you guys allows you to go out there and explore new territories, to explore the world. And as a result of that, you're happy not to explore new relationships with that Page of Wands energy showing up there. Okay, and I'm just going to have a look at what the reason is for that with the Page of Wands in the reverse. So you're happy there not to explore relationships with Page of Wands in the reverse. Because I think that you have come to a certain realisation here. And I also feel that you've made a very strong decision, a definite decision with the Two of Swords in the reverse. And let's see what you guys have made a decision about, Aries, with that Two of Swords in the reverse. I think that you've made a decision just to let the universe take care of the situation. Wheel of Fortune is the universe. So I think you've made a decision just to allow the universe to bring the person into you when they are ready. When they are ready to deliver this person to you, it will be delivered. You're not forcing anything here. I think that you've made a decision that when the universe deems fit with this Wheel of Fortune, the universe will deliver the right person for you. The universe will deliver the right person for you. When the time is right, when the stars are aligned, when you feel good, when you feel ready, the universe will bring this in with the Wheel of Fortune. You've made a decision, this is not in my hands, it's in universal time and not in my time. I trust God, I trust the universe to deliver to me what is right at the right time. And as a result of that, I see you guys holding back. The most likely outcome for love coming in is you guys, it's not they say you won't have offers, you're going to have offers, but I feel that you guys with this Strength card will resist offers. Because I think that you want to avoid failure in terms of relationships with that Ten of Coins in the reverse. Coming in, I do feel that you guys are going to be feeling a little bit of resentment with that Nine of Wands, a little bit of heat concerning somebody who abandoned you. But I feel that at the end of the day, you will resume your confidence again over this Devil energy. You will fight back with that Five of Swords in the reverse against the negative thoughts that you are holding concerning this individual because you've worked so hard on it, you really have. I mean, you're this. You don't want to commit to having to work on relationships. You don't want to commit, Ace of Coins in the reverse, or invest in having to put all your hard work and effort into building relationships. Sexual, romantic relationships. You're not ready at the moment. You're just not ready for it. You have come to a point of clarity, I feel, Aries, that there is still some healing to be done. Because your hope is that healing, properly healing with the Justice energy, sorry, with the Five of Cups in the reverse, is going to bring this situation to a point of closure, which means you can now move forward and move on. And the outcome shows as the High Priestess. I think that you guys here, it will take time. It is a slow process. But you guys, as a result of everything, will be in a better position as the High Priestess to make more informed choices when it comes to love. Because at the end of the day, you can't make a good... This is the thing with you, Aries, and this shows... This is probably the best reading that I've done of this kind, Aries, because it shows people with a real presence of mind. It shows people with a real presence of mind. What you're really saying, I feel, for you, Aries, is you're saying, look, I could get involved with someone, and the proof in the pudding is here, because the High Priestess is a highly intuitive card. So she's a very well-informed individual. And because she's so well-informed, she makes very well-informed choices with that Seven of Cups on who she chooses. So this isn't about making a choice. You know, if you were going to ignore this, this is what happens in relationships. You get hurt, you go through the mill in a relationship, and then somebody else comes along, and you think that getting involved with somebody else is going to take away the pain of a previous relationship. And then you find that that relationship fails because you haven't healed. So all you're doing is building up more baggage, more baggage, more baggage. But Aries says no. Aries says, actually, I don't want that. I don't want to have to keep building up baggage. I don't want to have to keep getting involved with people and then finding that the relationship fails. I don't want to keep doing that. What I want to do is I want to feel good about myself. I want to truly feel good. And then I'm going to be in a better position as the High Priestess to make those proper choices with the Seven of Cups. Because your intuition is going to feed you. It's going to tell you what is real and what is not. This is the card of temptation and illusion. But the High Priestess would be, actually, my intuition is telling me that I need to look at these choices more carefully. That's what I need to do, because the Seven of Cups is also about making careful choices and putting things into order. This is the beauty of this reading. It's such a lovely reading, because what I'm seeing is people who are not fully... It's almost like Aries is saying, actually, hell no, I'm not really focused on just having love, love, love now, regardless of how I'm feeling about the past. What I want is to have real love come in. This is why we named it, when will you have true love coming in? And the universe is giving us answers, beautiful answers on a lot of these readings. And it's either telling people, look, you're okay, you're good to go. You're not carrying any baggage. One of the readings showed one of the signs that had completely lost all the baggage. They weren't blocked, they weren't anything, they were just exactly like you. But the universe decided to set them one final test to try them out. It's a shame, but it's true. With you guys, there's no test here. The universe knows that you're ready, but you're trusting the universe. You're doing it here, I feel. You're happy not to proceed, not to explore Page of Wands in the reverse. Fun relationships for the sake of fun. Because you have come to a decision to let the universe do its work. You have come to a decision with the Two of Swords in the reverse that when the right time comes for you to find love with the Wheel of Fortune, the universe will present it to you. It really will. You know who you are, you know your self-worth, and you know that when you are in a right frame of mind, that's when the right person is going to come in. That's why we named the reading, When Will True Love Come In? And the universe is coming up with all sorts of things and saying, yeah, Aries, it's going to come in for you for sure, but you know that you've got a little bit more work to do. Absolutely fantastic reading. I think the best one I've done so far, Aries. Really, really good. Let's get an advice card for you. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Aries on this reading? What is the advice that you have for Aries on this reading? Show me. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. You are going to get married. If some of you guys aren't married, or if you come out of a marriage and you're looking to get married again, you're going to get married. Wedding. Okay? You guys will get married. Alright? Because you're right. You're right in the place where you can do. You're right in the place where you're healing and where you're setting yourself up for a really phenomenal relationship. So I wouldn't be surprised if the next relationship that comes in, when you are completely done with healing over whatever this previous situation is, I wouldn't be surprised if it went all of the way. Because I think that you guys are really in a place now where you've trusted the universe, and you're at that place now where the universe is saying, nearly there, Aries. We're just sorting a few of the last details out for you now. It's going to be coming in, and when it comes in, it's going to be amazing. Alright, that's your reading, Aries. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Remember to check out for some of you guys, how does he or she feel about me? Love reading if you want to check that out. Take care. Bye-bye.